I grew up on a farm in rural eastern Kentucky, surrounded by hills and dense woods. My siblings and I spent our childhood exploring the land, including a beautiful hollow behind our house. It was magical. There was a clear creek, old stone ruins, a circular pond with a tree growing in its center, and even a waterfall. As kids, it felt like an enchanted playground. But as we grew older, something about the hollow changed. It began to feel unsettling, as though we were no longer alone. My brother was the first to sense it. He often ventured into the hollow to hunt, but started coming home uneasy. He described feeling watched and even followed, hearing footsteps in the leaves behind him when no one was there. One day, while he was near the creek, a large boulder rolled toward him out of nowhere. It could have been a landslide, but the stillness of the forest made it feel deliberate. After that, my dad warned us to stay away, thinking it might be a dangerous person or animal. Despite the warnings, I couldn't resist the hollow's pull. I loved the woods and would go alone, enchanted by the beauty and peace of the place, until the quiet became oppressive. On those days, the forest would fall silent, and I'd feel a suffocating sense of being watched. I couldn't bring myself to turn my back as I left, walking along the creek stones with my eyes fixed on the ruins. Even after vowing to stay away, I'd always find myself drawn back. The hollow felt like a character in a story, serene and inviting at first, then suddenly hostile, as if it were alive and didn't want me there. My imagination often ran wild, but the fear I felt wasn't something I could explain away. I began to wonder if the old ruins or the large, gnarled trees held some kind of memory or presence. Maybe it was the land itself, or maybe it was something hiding in the dense woods, but the feeling of being watched was always strongest near the circular pond and the collapsed house. It felt as though whatever was there grew more active as I ventured farther in. Then one day something attacked me. I had our dog Ginger, a fiercely protective red heeler, with me. As we climbed the hill toward the house, I let my guard down. Suddenly Ginger charged at something behind me. When I turned, I saw a large, dark shape. Ginger collided with it, and they began snarling and rolling down the steep hill. The snarls were deafening, and I froze in fear before running home to get my dad. We searched the hollow, finding signs of a struggle, but no trace of Ginger or the creature. Hours later, Ginger returned, scratched and bloodied but alive. I never went back to the hollow. I don't know what attacked me, but I believe it might have been a black panther, a creature rumored to roam the Kentucky hills. Whatever it was, that day ended my solitary adventures in the woods for good. For more amazing stories, please follow, like, share, and subscribe.